Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Etcetera with the Woodards. I'm your host for today, Greg Woodard Sr., coming to you live on Facebook. And I appreciate you guys, man. It's episode 62, and we are going on for a ride. All right, let me cut this music down so we can get right to it for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your wonderful weekend. We had a wonderful gala yesterday down here in Tampa. I was able to attend the 2026 Memorial Gala. It had a Coming to America theme, put on by the Andrew Joseph III Foundation. It was fantastic. Deanna Joseph and Andrew Joseph Jr. invited me to attend, and got to sit at the VIP tables up front. It was spectacular down at the portico here in Tampa, and what a great experience too. A lot of people dressed up in the theme atmosphere of Coming to America. You had just black queens and kings all over the place. It was beautiful to see all the nice colors and outfits and garb and everything. It was great. Fantastic gala and a wonderful experience for me to be at. Was also in attendance was Michael Brown Sr. As you all remember, we have everyone throughout the nation has followed the Michael Brown Jr. The shooting death of Michael Brown Jr. in Missouri a few years back, and Michael Brown Sr. is an advocate. He actually was on a podcast with our very own Malcolm Pulliam from Erie, Pennsylvania, and got to see him there. And he knew exactly who I was when I introduced myself to him, and I mentioned Marcella Woodard as well. So took a couple pictures. You guys can check that out on my Facebook page, Craig Woodard Sr. Check that out. It was wonderful to see him. But just getting back to the story of Andrew Joseph the third. I remember this story because I moved down here in Tampa in 2011. It was October of 2011 when I moved down here right after Chrissy and I got married. And the big thing that they had down here, and I didn't understand this, but I understand it now. They give a day off of school for the Florida State Fair down here in Tampa, and I'm like, why is this thing so big? And they have all kinds of stuff going on at the fair. They got these different treats and foods and all kinds of stuff, but it's a great atmosphere there. But it needed some changes back in the day, and you didn't realize it until something occurred. And Andrew Joseph III was 14 years old. This happened actually 12 years ago yesterday. So the anniversary of his death was yesterday. So it was a tough day for the family to make it through, but they definitely did with all the support that they had with us right next to them. Andrew Joseph III was detained wrongfully by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department. I don't know what was going on there. I believe we were actually at that particular fair that day because Dante, my oldest son, was with us, and Dante and Andrew Joseph are only 2 months apart. Andrew Joseph's birthday was March 30th of 2000, and Dante was born February 11th of 2000. They both would have been and will be 26 years old. So we were there that day. Not sure what exactly happened, but they wrongfully detained him. And then instead of calling his parents to come and pick him up, he's 14 years old, they kicked him out of the fair. Now, this kid went to a private school, great student, great kid, was not a troublemaker at all. And so he was wrongfully detained and kicked out of the Florida State Fair. He was actually trying to make it back to his pickup spot where he was dropped off. And in order to do that, he had to cross Interstate 4. I-4 is a very, very busy interstate, right where the fairgrounds are at. and unfortunately, as he tried to cross the interstate, he was hit by a car and killed. And so the fact that the parents were not notified that he needed to be picked up, they released um, a minor to be on his own. A lot of things had to change. A lot of things had to change, and the Josephs got to it, and they fought and fought and fought for years to make things change. Things are different now at the state fair. I haven't been there in a little while, to be honest with you. But the MC yesterday, Dr. Michelle Williams, was talking about on her way over how the traffic drove pretty smoothly, whereas before in the past, that whole area used to be backed up with traffic. And so there's been a lot of different change. I think a lot of people have stopped going there. Parents have to supervise their kids now. So they made a lot of changes, and my hat's off to the Josephs and the Andrew Joseph the Third Foundation for a lot of the grassroots footwork that they have done for a number of years, and they are still doing it. As I stated, Dr. Michelle Williams from here, from Tampa, was the MC, and she did a fantastic job. It was great to actually meet her as well. And we had a guest speaker. Our keynote speaker was attorney Norman Harris, who owns a law firm down here. He's a musician. He has his hands in just about everything down here, and he gave a very powerful speech yesterday. And one of the things that I got from him, especially it being Black History Month, you see a lot of stories that go on right now for Black History Month, and the difficulties that we went through 400 years ago, slave times, all types of different stories that you hear from, and you hear from heroes, and you hear about heroes and inventors that a lot of people did not know. They don't teach a lot of these things in school, but the Black culture has come, and it's really changed the world. It's changed America. It has done some different things musically, on the entertainment side, on the athletic side, through the legal system, with judges and attorneys and doctors, and um, just really, really good things that we've brought to the table. And he made a statement yesterday that stuck out with me on a number of different quality things that he mentioned. He said, America didn't become America until we got here. And I thought about that, and I was like, that is really cool, because we were brought to this country. Our ancestors, my ancestors, were brought to this country, and they did not want to come. They were brought to this country against their will. They were put on these slave ships. They were in the belly of the ship, the horrible conditions, disease-ridden conditions. A lot of them died before they made it over on this side of the country, and it was a mess. So to hear him say America didn't become America until we got here, I thought that was very powerful, and I agree with him 100%. We definitely have our footprint of culture placed on a lot of different things here in the United States. So very cool to hear. Took some pictures yesterday. It was funny because I had a bow tie on yesterday, and I got up and moved my neck. And bigger guys like me, bigger necks, you have to wear the elastic thing that pushes into the component there, and mine popped off, and so my bow tie fell on the floor. And one of the guys that was sitting next to me said, "Hey, you dropped your bow tie," and he picked it up for me, and I couldn't get it back on. So Michael Brown Sr. is like, "Here, let me help you," and he's trying to put it on, and Mr. Joseph is trying to help me get it on. I got three brothers here helping me get my bow tie on, and these guys are phenomenal gentlemen. And it was just really cool to be in the presence of greatness yesterday. Not only with all the fellas there, but all the women that do a lot of great work. Um, there was an exhibit there, Walk a Mile in My Shoes. I talked to the lady that puts that on, and I met her at the National Day of Protest as well, and she was there last night, and it was just fantastic. Fantastic. The food was great. Kudos to you all. I was honored to be um, at the 2026 Memorial Gala this year. So thank you guys for having me there as well. One of the things that I picked up from the gala last night that kind of brought me into thinking about the trial for Kevin Seelinger after he murdered allegedly my cousin Marcello Woodard, and this is day 51 right now that we're moving on, where he has been behind bars. The preliminary hearing was on December 19th, and from that point on, the judge bound over the charges until the trial. So, one of the documents that I got at the gala last night, which is something that we talked about briefly as far as the Justice for Cello Coalition is concerned, but it is qualified immunity. I don't know if everyone has heard of qualified immunity, but it did not come up in the preliminary hearing, and I'm glad that it didn't. Let me read this for you. It says, it was created in 1967. Qualified immunity is an unjust legal doctrine that shields law enforcement officers even when they violate your rights, injure someone, or even take a life. It protects them from both criminal and civil liability. Qualified immunity was expanded in 1982 and does not even require officers to have acted in good faith to be shielded. Qualified immunity drags grieving families and surviving victims through costly, time consuming, and emotionally damaging litigation processes, oftentimes for decades. According to the Cato Institute in 2020, over 60% of Americans support ending qualified immunity, and that makes all the sense in the world to end that. Lastly, according to UCLA, police officers are more likely to be struck by lightning than they are to be held liable for misconduct. So, any way that we need to take action to end qualified immunity, that is exactly what we need to do, because it erases accountability for these law enforcement actions when they do something that is wrong. They should not have something to stand behind to get them off the hook when they go out and take a life or do something that's wrong. What's wrong is wrong, and what's right is right, and qualified immunity should be taken away. So please take action, do some research, look up on that. You can find more information about that through the Andrew J. Joseph III Foundation as well. So I appreciate them letting me use that document as well to kind of inform you about what qualified immunity actually is. All right, moving on. The Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay, we are holding our annual fundraiser every year for the last 5 years. We have done Super Bowl squares where we sell Super Bowl squares, 100 squares for $20 so that we can raise $2,000. $1,000 we give out to the winners, and $1,000 we raise for the organization as well. So we have, at this point, unless I check my phone here, we only have 2 squares left. 2 squares left, and I believe it's numbers 82 and 84, or maybe 84 and 86, something like that. But there's 2 numbers left, 2 squares left for $20. If you guys want them, please go onto my Facebook page. Look at my post, the last post that said there's 2 left, 2 of them left. You can sign up on Sign Up Genius, select the box, And then you can see on one of the flyers, you could pay by Venmo, by Cash App, or by Zelle as well. Two squares left. And I think I just saw a notification that my buddy Dietrich Gels wants to get one or two as well. I don't know if you guys remember Dietrich Gels, but he played in the NFL. He's from Erie, Pennsylvania, went to Tech Memorial. He was a year ahead of me. Played at Pitt University as a wide receiver and broke some records down there. But he was a wonderful track guy, and Dietrich Gels was a fantastic athlete in Erie, Pennsylvania. So I'm glad that he's chipping in. Hopefully he'll get the last two squares that we have. And it might be Jamil Gavin working that one for me. So I got everyone sharing this thing. So what we are going to do through the Super Bowl Square fundraiser, if you win after the first quarter, you will win $200. If you win the second quarter, at halftime, I will announce the winner for another $200. The winner at the end of third quarter wins $250, and the winner for the final score will take home $350. Now, just because you win one quarter doesn't mean you can't win another quarter. For example, if your number is seven, if your square hits when the score is 7-0, and nobody scores in the second quarter, you win again, and you get another $200. That's how this thing works. So about 5:50, I'm going to go live on Facebook, and I'm going to have the numbers drawn to find out how we're going to put the numbers across the top and how we're going to put the order of the numbers on the bottom. See, that's the key to winning this thing. All right, and we're going to do that around 5:50, right before the game, so that you guys know exactly what the numbers are. And then I'll post it on Facebook so you can see and you can follow up as well. So 200 at the end of the first, 200 at the end of the second at halftime, 250 at the end of the third quarter, and the final score winner will win $350. The other $1,000 will go to the Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay to help us continue to offer free programs, free events, free treatments, free therapy to all of our members. And we appreciate everyone that has taken part so far and purchased a square. A couple other DSAT beat things, and then I'll get back to the Super Bowl here. We have next weekend, a busy weekend, real busy weekend. On February 15th, of course, we have Valentine's Day on Saturday. So that is going to be a busy day for you all, everyone and their honeys and their cuties and their sweethearts to go out. And there's going to be a lot of chocolate and rose petals flying everywhere. We all understand that. But on Sunday, February 15th, if you are in the area and you're available, and we have a couple areas because we have 2 3-2-1 art classes going on at the same time. The 3-2-1 art class in Pinellas County and the 3-2-1 art class in Hillsborough County. Both will take off from 2 to 3 p.m. We offer free speech therapy, free occupational therapy as well, and the kids get to do some arts and crafts, man. It's going to be fantastic. Now, after both classes, Pinellas, you're welcome as well. The Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay has teamed up with Dancing for a Difference. Sarah Battaglia, she is our dance director for DSATB on our board of directors. She also is the owner of Dancing for a Difference as well. She runs that particular organization. And from 5 to 6:30, we're having a Valentine's Day party. So we're partnering with her. It will be at the Dancing for a Difference studios over there in Valrico. You can look at my Facebook post. It's right on the flyer as far as her address is concerned, but that'll go from 5 to 6:30. So from 2 to 3, we got the art class here over in Hillsborough County. Then you can drive down the street a couple miles. 5 o'clock to 6:30 is the Valentine's Day party. And if you go to the 3-2-1 art class in Pinellas and you're done at 3 o'clock, if you'd like to make that trip over the bridge, come on over and spend Valentine's Day at the party with us, come on over. So we're trying to do some really really big things. Also, a couple different things coming up. We have another double dipper on World Down Syndrome Day. So World Down Syndrome Day is March 21st, next month, starting at noon. We have not put out the registration link yet, but it is coming out pretty soon for you to register. Our Down to Bowl 5 is coming out. It's going to be put on by 102.5 The Bone. Drew Garabo has been running this program. This is the 5th year. He is our vice president, and their sales team is phenomenal. They will be putting everything together. One of their main men that we are missing now that passed away was Brian P. Kelly. And last year I started the winning trophy is named after Brian P. Kelly. And so I just ordered another one for this year. Who is going to be the winner of this bowling event and take home the Brian P. Kelly trophy? We will see. But we're looking forward to this. Last year, this event raised over $30,000 for the Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay. This is definitely our biggest fundraiser. So keep that date open and time open from noon to 3. At Pin Chasers, we're switching the location. It's at Veterans and Hillsborough Avenue this time. So it's going to be a little further out, but that is on March 21st from noon to 3 p.m. Now, later that day, if you're still in the partying mood, Gigi's Playhouse Tampa, Friends, and the Down Syndrome Association of Tampa Bay are partnering once again for the second straight year for a World Down Syndrome Day celebration. We will be having that at the Regent from 5 to 10 p.m. It will be a blast. It's casual wear come party. There's no dress up needed. We will have some appetizers, and there'll be a cash bar for drinks. It's going to be a fantastic time, but come on out to that party as well from 5 to 10. I think it's 5 to 9 or 5 to 10 p.m. 5 to 9, I believe it is. Come on out and spend some time with us and celebrate World Down Syndrome Day with us. It's going to be a fantastic evening. All right, that is all of the information that I have dealing with the Down Syndrome Association, dealing with the Memorial Gala from last night, which was spectacular. And so we're going to wrap up with the Super Bowl prediction. So we got the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl this year playing against the Seattle Seahawks. Should be a really, really good game. All of the playoff games this year were very close. I think there was one, maybe two that were kind of a separation there, but most of them were very close and went down to the wire. I expect this game to be pretty close as well. My prediction, and I don't know if it's because I really want this to happen because I'm a Steelers fan. If you guys don't know, the Pittsburgh Steelers have won 6 Super Bowls, and so have the New England Patriots. So we're tied at 6 for the most in history right now. So, I'm pulling for the Seahawks to win this one today. I think it's going to be a close score. I think it's going to be 24-21 Seattle Seahawks over the New England Patriots. We will see. The game kicks off around 6:18. Stay tuned for all the commercials throughout the Super Bowl. The halftime show should be a fantastic one. Bad Bunny is performing, and he's going to have a number of people, I believe, I've heard, that are going to perform as well. And the one thing that I love about the NFL is that the NFL brings culture to America. This is one of the highest rated games or events, if you want to call it, on television for the year. And the fact that Bad Bunny can perform, and coming after Kendrick Lamar from last year, who made a wonderful statement I mean, I think people talked about Kendrick Lamar for weeks because of the little intricacies that you saw in his performance, and figured this out and figured that out. It was fantastic. And I think we're going to have a wonderful performance by Bad Bunny, and I'm very eager to check it out. Okay, so game time kickoff is around 6:18. Stay tuned. About 5:50, I'm gonna do a poll on Facebook Live and pull out all the numbers for the sheet for the Super Bowl squares. We'll do that, and then you can see me live after the first quarter, after the second quarter, at halftime. Um, After the third quarter, and at the end of the game, announcing the winners of the quarter for the Super Bowl Square fundraiser. So I'll be on here a few times tonight, um, giving out some money, giving out some cash. I appreciate everyone that has supported us. And again, I want to give my thoughts and prayers and my condolences out to not only the Joseph family, but the Brown family as well, Michael Brown Sr., and all those that were there last night that came, that lost a loved one. And me being a representative of Marcello Woodard, I had a couple people come up to me and say, Marcello Woodard, right? And I said, yeah, that's me. And they said, okay, yeah, every time we see your post, we share it. And this is something that means a lot to me, man. It means that, Marcello's life and his name are being spread around the country, and people are realizing exactly what happened to him, the injustice, and our continued fight for justice for him. So appreciate you guys watching me today. This is a quick show. Wanted to get it in before the Super Bowl, so I got one in. And stay tuned to episode 63. We'll have next weekend, probably around 7 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thank you guys for watching.